This video demonstrates how City Emergency Operations Center managers and emergency responders can work together to use Web Enterprise Suite in a flood disaster resilience scenario. A flood is the rising and overflowing of a body of water, especially onto normally dry land. Floods are one of the most frequent natural disasters in the world. Floods often have devastating impacts on an area such as destroyed property, homelessness, and loss of life. According to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, on average, floods can cause over $40 billion in damage worldwide. The U.S. alone accounts for approximately 20% of the global loss. WES allows end users to effectively plan, prepare, monitor, and respond to disasters such as floods by making use of open standards for data content, management, and portrayal. A safer, more efficient, and organized response means a greater chance of success with minimized damages, lower impact on the people and surrounding communities. In the event of a natural disaster, such as a flood, having the right information to the right people at the right time is vital for all areas of emergency management. During the flood scenario, a disaster response will be planned from the perspective of a City Emergency Operations Center manager in St. Louis, Missouri, USA. A major rainfall in St. Louis is causing the water levels of the Mississippi River to rapidly increase and overflow, resulting in a flood warning. Through the use of sensor data collection and OGC Web Map Services information, the emergency manager prepares for the upcoming flood by researching and compiling authoritative data about the terrain, city maps, land use, transportation networks, current and forecasted weather conditions, rainfall accumulation data, and real-time water levels from sensor data. As water levels rise, the emergency manager dispatches first responders to affected areas, taking into account road closures, current traffic information, increasing water levels, and reported incidents. Once first responders are dispatched to the affected areas, they will assess the damage and collect data in the form of textual metadata, photos, and video. The collected data is then synchronized back to the command center to allow emergency managers to make informed decisions and dispatch other emergency response teams, such as power utilities, police force, paramedics, or fire departments. Emergency managers will create a portfolio centered around the geographic area where the disaster planning is needed. The portfolio will be populated by the emergency manager with services from the OGC CSW catalog, 3D Sensor Hub dashboards, and other pertinent information such as imagery. The emergency manager personnel will monitor the sensor information as it occurs in real time. This information is collected directly from the sensors and from OGC Sensor Things sources available online. Emergency managers can view changes in sensor levels to monitor how fast things are changing and make informed decisions. Emergency managers can create alerts that trigger a real-time notification when sensor data such as water levels have reached a threshold level of concern. Alerts are configured to send SMS and email notifications to first responders and emergency managers. First responders will download the portfolio of information as an OGC geopackage before going offline. This will give the first responders the information they need to go out into the field to assess the situation and respond to the disaster. If the first responder is connected to Wi-Fi or cell service, they will receive alerts from the command and automated messages from the sensor alerts that were configured by the emergency managers. While in the field, first responders can collect metadata, photos, and video to share with other first responders and command centers to allow for further decision making. Information collected by the first responder is made available to the emergency managers for analysis. The emergency managers will make informed decisions and dispatch other response teams as deemed necessary. This process demonstrates how Web Enterprise Suite can be utilized in a disaster scenario to get the right information to the right people at the right time.